Hello there everyone, welcome to part 5 in my video series where I show you how I construct a Lineside Hut Ffestiniog Railway Bowsider coach. And at the end of the last episode I showed you that I'd added one side to the basic frame, and now we've got both sides added. I turn it around, see the lower curve there, 1, 2, yeah. So we've got the basic shape of the coach now. So what I want to do in this video is to build up on this basic shape and build up the outside of the body of the coach, and that actually starts with the external overlay for the sides. So let me bring that in. So what we're going to do first is paint both the overlays. And I'm going to be using the same process as I did with the sides. First, a layer of primer, lightly sanded over, and then 3 layers of the maroon colour. And what I'm going to do is, to speed things up a bit, I'm going to do all that off camera, and I'll get back to you once the colour's been on and it's had a time to harden off. So we're back a few days later, and as you can see, the overlay fret has been painted. So we'll just check that it fits okay on the side without showing any blank areas of wood underneath, and that's fine. So what we're going to do now, we're going to glue this onto the side panel. This is going to be a bit of a touch and go thing because I've got to try and get the glue around almost every element of the overlay, but I don't want to put too much on, otherwise it's going to seep out of the sides. Okay, let's get some glue. Sort some glue out here. Start applying it. Okay, that's the last of the glue. Let's get some bits of tape ready. Okay, that looks about right, so I'll get a bit of tape. We're about right there, and we'll now add the, hold it on, get a couple of bucks now. Okay, more books. So this should be enough now. So as with the side panels, we'll leave this overnight to set. Okay, it's now the next day, and I've already taken most of the books off. Just take the last of the books off, and then we'll have a look and see what we've got. Let's have a look. Take your time. Okay, let's put this back on its side and have a look. First of all, it's nicely lined up. Happy with that. Just need to clean a bit of the tape up at the top. And I'm also seeing, if I put it right on its top, that this last piece, the underside of the overlay fret hasn't stuck down properly. So I think what I'll do, I'll be using some epoxy in that piece just to stick it down. But apart from that, we're doing quite well. Just move it across, all of it across. Just trying to having a closer look to see if there's any glue has seeped out anywhere, and I can't see any glue globules, if you like, anywhere. So I'm very happy with that. Obviously 2-pack epoxy this. So here we go. Just want to put a little bit in between there if I can. Okay, I think that's about it. Get some elastic bands. Get these elastic bands on. Bring them across as far as we can. I don't know whether this is coming out okay, but I've got to work quite fast. Make sure it's not sticking. Get this in the right place. So, okay, time to take the elastic bands off, see what we've got. Okay, there we are. Hope you can see that. All fine now. Bring it back up to the right way around so I can see it. So, well pleased with this now. So, as I said earlier, off camera, put the other side on now, and then I'll get back to you once that's all done. So here we are then. The other side has also been glued on. This one glued on very cleanly. So I'm well pleased with this. And we can start with the next stage, and that is if I turn it on its end. You may just see there's an edge here to the end piece, but what now has to happen is this edge has to be sanded down. See, this is the edge I'm talking about here. Okay, so we've got the coach set up on the edge of the table, and had to figure out a way to clamp the coach to the table while I'm actually sanding the edges off. And I had to think of a way that, if possible, doesn't damage the paintwork that we've taken so much trouble to do. And what I've come up with is putting a block of wood inside that fits just inside that end compartment, and I'm actually going to be working on this edge, and then with a G-clamp, clamping the floor just enough so it doesn't move. That's the solution I've come up with. Okay, in the instruction it says use a medium sandpaper to take the edge off. Now I'm going to be using 100 grain. Yeah, it's a bit of a dodgy bit, this, because again, yeah, you want to try and keep the damage to a minimum, but you need to get the edge away. So what I'm also going to be doing is getting down to the level of the piece, otherwise you can't put enough pressure on the sand pad on the right place, and we'll just crack on and give it a go. Here we go. Slowly but surely. Less than 0.5 millimetre to go. And you can hear the difference in the sound. So it's flush now. I'm going to switch over to 240 just to finish that off and take the edge off. Take the edge off there. Okay, hope you can see that. So I'll crack on with the next one and show you the result at the end. So there's the end, and I just tilted it up a bit so the camera can see what's going on. And the next stage is to put the end overlay on. Now I've just put a layer of primer on off camera, and this has to go over the top a little bit like that. So you can just see a little edge of paint missing on the side, but once this end fret is on and we start painting it, I should be able to touch that up, no problem at all. We'll get on, do the other side, get that done, and then we'll crack on with attaching the end overlay. So as you can see, I put the coach on the ground on its end, and I'm doing that because there's sort of solution that I've come across to be able to glue the end overlay on and keep enough pressure in the drying process from the glue so it dries evenly, is actually to put the overlay on and then put a thick book on top, and of course hope that the coach doesn't fall over. So the first thing then is attach, put some glue on the end overlays. I'll be doing that with a stick. By the way, I've actually degreased the end of the coach. Okay, let's put it on. Okay, here we go. And put the book on straight away. Something like that. Let's hope there's no earthquakes or anything, and we'll leave that for a few hours to set.